Alright guys, this is Wolverine, The Jungle Adventures from Marvel Comics by Walt Simonson, Mike Mignola and Bob Wiacek. This is a graphic novel, it's a one-shot. Great cover, by the way, by Mike Mignola. Has that little bit of Frank Frazetta-esque vibe to it with the dinosaurs and the half-naked girl here on the front. Looks really cool. So let's dive in. So this is a tribe called the Fire Tribe, and the shaman is talking about the hero that once upon a time came to save this tribe. So he's telling the tale that it seems that this tribe is worshipping a lighter, and then out of nowhere, a glider comes on, and it's none other than Wolverine. He grabs the lighter and it says, "To Logan from Nick Fury, Shield." And he says, "Hey, what's happening, bud?" Well, all these tribe members are, worshipping him now. That's a nice setup, man. And he says, "I've been looking this for weeks. Mind telling how you came by?" He says, "Yeah, from the sky." "Yeah, okay." But then he's being called out by, this tribe member, I guess. "This is madness. No child of the gods could be so short." Now that's getting a mite personal, don't you think? So you wear strange raiment. Raiment, is that how you say it? "And speak with strange accents. But I say you are no god. Stand your ground or die." So yeah, immediately there's a fight going on. But Wolverine is, holding back because he doesn't want to damage this guy. Not too much, but, it seems that whoever this is pretty strong. So he's also, Wolverine says, "Hey, I give you a little bit boxing lessons. Lead with a left jab and feint and jab, and whammo! Why you all talking time and all the time and not fight? That does it. This wrapping up right now." All right, so he defeats it, and the one that he's been defeated is Gok or something. And how he's seems Wolverine's now chieftain, and his cave is now his, right? So he says, "Well, not bad as caves go. I ought to do nicely while I'm trying to find some answers." And so Gok is coming. He says, "Hey, Agak, no hard feelings, I hope." "None. Has my chieftain name?" He says, "I'm Logan. Your arrival is well timed." So Gok says, "The tribe's medicine was become weak. Without strength, they would have turned from Gok soon now, no matter what. And that they are worried because they did not recognize the Son of Heaven quickly enough. They fear you will leave. So they have sent me as both questioner and offering. Though I'm no longer chief, these are not your people but mine, and I will protect them from any enemy if I can. I have coming seeking answers." So, of course, it's a redhead woman. And Wolverine's very happy. He says, "Well, yo ho ho and blow the man down, darling. I just forgot the questions, but don't worry. I still have some cigars left, and I hardly ever accept their sacrificial virgins anymore." I mean, this dialogue cracks me up so hard. This is a book from the 1990s, by the way. And obviously this butt crack here. And then she picks him up. I said, "You are so short, and I always thought gods would be solemn. Though I do not understand much what you are saying, I hear laughter behind your words," and she's kissing him. And "I live, so it's true. You are no god, but a man." But he says, "Yeah, I never claimed I am a god, but I am the toughest mother in the valley tonight, and don't you be forgetting it." So he's bragging. And she says, "Hey, but who are you? Where do you come from? And what are you doing here?" So he's telling the tale that he is, went to a Broadway ticket, and when, there's a pause here, he went outside for a smoke, right? And then some kind of a guy comes behind him and he says, "If you are Mr. Logan, sir, the note was left for you at the box office. Swell, but better ditch the phony Brit accent fast, Bob, or you might have a great future as a waiter." So the card says, "Logan, I need your help, urgently, behind the theater. Jean Grey." Somebody's got to be kidding. This doesn't even smell like Jane. So he's going behind the theater, right? And there's a guy. He says, "Are you Logan or Wolverine?" And then, well, he's being blasted by fire. And he says, "I need a shield fast." So he's, using this claws to get a chunk of the wall. and looks great. And Wolverine is in trouble because the wall is crumbling, and he's just using his claw to throw a piece of the wall into the sky, and now he's on fire, and he says, "The water Bob hit the." Oh, forget it. So he's done. I like the art, by the way. Of course, it's Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola's art mostly is very dark. I mean, his Hellboy work here is a little bit lighter. Less. There's a lot of shadows, by the way, and a lot of heavy use of black. But it's more like, I don't know, less black. That's the only word I can say. Anyway, so it seems that this guy was a cyborg, and he says, when I threw the rock, it broke the nozzle on the discharger. So he's using his smell to figure out where this guy is coming. And he's smelling that he's coming from the Savage Lands. So he goes there, with the plane, and also he noticed that his lighter was gone. And that's how he come here. And she says, you are right. I understand nothing of what you say, but I understand enough. So she's putting out the light because she's going to have sex with him. Yes, that naughty thing. And then Wolverine is basically integrating into the tribe. He says, the shaman says, and so it was that the Son of Heaven made his home with the tribe of fire, living after our fashion, either our meats joining in our hunt, and he was good. And Wolverine says, a guy could use to keep this kind of life. Simple, rugged, no worries. I haven't been in shape like this in a long time, and maybe at peace with myself. Yeah, Wolverine was always, the one would probably end in the jungle or something like that, and merging his, what's the word I'm looking for? His, he has this animal side in him, right? And then he's maybe becoming more with nature. We see that, in the other Wolverine book that I reviewed not so long ago, that he's, more attuned with nature. That's basically his character. So he's being attacked by this Spinosaurus. I mean, that's what it's called, I guess. And then Wolverine is, embracing his animal side, and he's breaking this beast's neck, and he's like, right. Oh, the Logan has killed with his bare hands. He has been reborn to the tribe. Send a runner back to the camp. Let the sacred ochres be prepared. I'm not sure what ochres are, but still. So he's doing he's being initiated some kind of a ritual, right? So it seems that now the tribe seems that he's really worthy, right? And your victory over the spiny honker has won their acceptance. And all these women are around him, right? And so one of these girls is coming up, and she says, that is good, the Logan. I will help Gok complete your decoration. But Gok is a little bit jealous and says, don't touch him, he's mine. And I love especially this panel here. The ceremony lasted long into the night. None sang louder or danced more furiously than the Logan and Gok. And he took a new name, as was fitting, smiling as he spoke it. He's calling himself the Wolverine. No shit. Okay, the next day, it seems that somebody has lost his son, and because it seems that it's been attacked by a creature. Problem, Kafkel? The Honker of Doom has returned to Wolverine, and this time he has taken Falca's son. Uh-oh. That's not good. So he tells the tale, that it's been attacked, that they are being attacked by a Tyrannosaurus, maybe? And only the son, is not fleeing by attacking, but in doing so, he's lost his life. So this man, he says, it's not fair. It's not fair that the gods send you among us and still would sacrifice. My child's dead, and the child of the god lives. Is this justice? And Wolverine said, hey, hold your horses. He said, I want to know what's going on. What is this honker of doom, and what's got to do with the tribe? Strange questions from a god. Maybe God was right in the beginning. Maybe you are a demon. And so he's attacking him with the spear because he wants to have vengeance. And Wolverine says, are you done? You still live? You magic after all. My life forfeits. Chuckle, I'll join you now. Lucky. You're lucky, Bob. In a different time and place, you'll be horse meat right now. Get up and don't try ever that again. I don't always keep my temper. Establishing dominance. So so he goes to the shaman guy, says, "Hey, tell me about this honker thing." So it seems that he is coming and go. Sometimes 3 months, sometimes we don't see him for a year, but he always comes back, right? We have prayed mightily to the gods for deliverance from our tormentor. We thought you were the answers to our prayers. Well, it doesn't work like that, shaman. There ain't no such as free lunch. Even gods know that. But he says, I know what's happening now. And he says, hey, summon every woman, man, and child. We going after that thing. So, well, they find strange that he's not flying. Well, that part comes a little bit later. So Logan shares some secrets about traps. So they're making a trap, and then that creature comes, the honker or whatever it is, the beast. How can so big move so quickly? He can be more than a mile away, but there's still nothing. But then the birds are flying away, and it's, oh no, it's this Tyrannosaurus Rex. I believe it's a Tyrannosaurus, I'm not sure. Anyway, but let's call him Tyrannosaurus for the sake of this book. And Logan is running away. And then it stops, just before the pit, with this, right? He says, the thing must be running on telepathy. It's pulled up short in the pit. So it seems that the creature noticed the tribe, but the girl says, hey, we're not going to shame the tribe. We need to attack it. But then Wolverine comes in and unsheaths his claws and says, forget the stuff, Gok. Get the heck out of here. But then he's getting grabbed by the creature. He's been swallowed. He's gone, just like Shackle and all the others. Gone, and my heart with him. But I swear, my Logan, on the sequel burial grounds of my ancestors, that you shall be avenged. But then something happens. The beast is falling out, and of course, Logan clawed his way outside. But there's something weird going on, because it's not a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Well, it is, but it's a cyborg. Of course, the savages don't know what a cyborg is. He says, forget it. Just tell me this. Did any of you know where this thing comes from? But they say, yeah, we know what it is. It's a mountain, but you don't need to go there. There's evil there. We don't go there. She says, I go there by myself by flying. Hey, my ultralight's missing. What in blazes, Gag? Did you do this? Think maybe to keep me from leaving? And she's crying. And then Gog does as she pleases the Wolverine, and no one, not even a true son of heaven, tells her what to do. She walks away. Leave her, the Wolverine. She have ever walked her own way. Not even you could change that. Yeah. So he says, hey, let's get the boys together. We go to Mount Doom. And they are just, walking. And so he's got some warriors with him. But the shaman says, it seems strange to us that the Son of Heaven could not fly without his plane. But it has pleased him in the past to share our dangers, and we could do no less than share his. All right. So they reach it's not Mount Doom, but you know what I'm saying, the volcano. And he says, hey, you go back, I will go in. And he has a bag with him with his costume. But then Wolverine smells something different. He smells oil and machinery. But he's so distracted that he's been falling down into this pit, and he's now been captured. Only to be awakened by none other than Apocalypse. And he's very happy to see him. Great backgrounds, by the way. And Wolverine says, oh, brother. Yeah, it's fun writing. So Apocalypse explains, I have been monitoring your arrival in the Savage Land. Wolverine snarls at him. Ah, yes. If anything, you stay here, only increase your natural savagery. You will be perfect. For though my resources are virtually unlimited, it takes me time to perfect each individual cyborg. So it seems as he wants to eradicate, of course, mutants, and he's using the tribe to turn them into cyborgs, to attack mutants. And so the sun, that was been swallowed by the Tyrannosaurus is it changing maybe? I don't know. And he says that he's, Wolverine will be the perfect specimen, and he will turn him into a cyborg as well. But then he hears a sound, and then it's, oh no, it's Gok. And Gog says, stay away from here. He throws a pipe and just looks a little bit comedic. Well, thrown, but who? Ah, I recognize you. Wolverine's large lady friend, he says. So he says, Apocalypse, leave her alone. And too worried that she wasn't a professional, that it helped you either. Let her go, Apocalypse. Let her go, and I do wherever you want. Even if I believe that for a second, Wolverine, which I don't. It isn't necessary when I'm finished with you. You do whatever I want in any case. I'll keep the young woman alive. She will become your first lethal test. But then Wolverine escapes by using the lighter, which is pretty smart, I guess. So the lighter is useful here. So he cannot rip the cords of his hands with the claws. So he's using the lighter to burn through the ropes, and yeah, he's free. It's time for the main event. All right. Look how big this mouth is. He says, stay back or I shall kill the woman. No, it's already too late. Maybe none of us walk out of here. So he's, destroying one of the tubes, and he says, you fool, you destroyed thousands of hours in work in a moment. All right. So he's stabbing his throat. He says, Gok, get the hell out of here and take the kid with you. Forget the rest of them. They're too far gone already. To Wolverine. So she says, we go, my Wolverine. I love you. All right, and there's a fight going on between him and the Apocalypse, not the Apocalypse. And the fight looks great, and he's hacking into him. He says, I shall slay you now in return using my less rebellious cyborgs. When we're done here, Bob, you won't need any cyborgs. You're going to be needing an Undertaker. All right, but I don't get it. From what Cyclops told us about you, Apocalypse, you test mutants to weed out the strong who will inherit the Earth. He basically also established that this is the first time that they meet. So, wait a minute, is this the first appearance with Wolverine? I don't know. Doesn't matter. He says, you don't kill them. The Earth is the birthright of ordinary humans. Is it? Wasn't that the other way around, that the mutants would? I don't know. Not a prize to be usurped by late coming sports of nature. My sacred trust is to make the world safe again for humans. Mutants shall be destroyed, starting with you. Holy, this ain't really Apocalypse, it's a robot. Liar, my blood is as red as yours. We argue about that later, Bob. After I cut you into little pieces. I like this debris and, the hacking and slashing. There's all metal parts coming out. So it's not really Apocalypse. It's a robot and it looks great, but he also grabs his head, Wolverine's head, and just crushing him. Wolverine is real pain. And, the machine is starting to fall apart. So he's still hacking until it's done. And Wolverine survived. Barely, by the way. Yeah. So it's over, right? Well, not really. Well, almost. So he says, I think the sucker crabbed a rib. But he's through taking my tribe. Still, it doesn't make any sense. We don't know much about Apocalypse, but maybe he was a robot all the time. But what was he really after? And look at the setup. It's all the dust. Most of the stuff looks like it's been here for eons. A skull made of... No, he says. So what does this mean? So this must be an adamantium skull, I guess, or a metal skull, implying that maybe Wolverine is a cyborg, maybe, or maybe another. I don't know. We don't hear much about this particular thing in this comic, so it's a mystery. But then a voice says, "Hey, relax. It's a wonder you haven't a heart attack by now." And it's a hologram of Apocalypse. And he says, you have done well. Unknown to my former servant, I monitor every outpost of my domain. Perhaps the high radiation level of the laboratory destroyed his biologic functions. In any case, my robot subverted his original programming, constructed a logical framework for the salvation of ordinary humans, and put together a plan of actions. I was quite proud of him, but of course it was not possible to let him continue. He might become a nuisance in the end, working against me in that way. I knew you would be his target, and arranged to have you meet your would-be assassin in the most public place. So he was the one that gives them, lead him to the Savage Land, and he was the one with the fake British accent, and probably stole his lighter, right? I mean, isn't that weird? He stole his lighter, and okay. Anyway, he says, and if the robot had killed me, he says, Apocalypse says that this. My dear Logan, the world is wonderfully supplied with all manners of powerful mutants. Sooner or later, my former servant would have been fallen. And what about you? Afraid to go up your own robots? But then he says, ha ha ha, I'm way too busy for that. Anyway, and supplying you the lighter to the caveman was, if I may say so, a stroke of genius. The caveman recognized the machinery of the gods instantly, and you lived up to their very expectations. The future indeed belonged to mutants. Anyway, so Wolverine says, I'm going to destroy this thing piece by piece. I built this laboratory longer than you can imagine. It's not for you to destroy. So gas is flooding in. Of course, Logan has healing factor. So he breaks his lighter, so it has another function, and then throws it to the gas here, which, sets up a chain of explosions. And he says, I hate to lose it. And with the old shield gone, I don't suppose I'll be able to get a replacement. But I have to thank him next time I'm running into him, if ever. All right. So, outside, the gunk. Can we go home? Not even the Wolverine can survive the mountain. She says, we'll stay here. And then the mountain lives. I love this visual. Love the sound effect. The gods have spoken, Gok. We must return home. So be it. Gok, the Wolverine is gone, Shackle, and the evil he sought to overcome, who can say? Only in time will tell. The Wolverine, he's alive. We have been delivered. He sees us. Will he not return home with us? And he looks at Wolverine, and Wolverine looks at Gok. He will be returning home. And so the Wolverine's great singing bird carrying him beyond the dome of the sky into the dawning sun, to live amongst the gods again, and perhaps to remember us, his people at times. The days have come and gone since his departure, and we have never seen him again. But he came to us in our hour of greatest need. The tribe of fire will honor his memory and sacred trust until the end of time, and he will dwell in the hearts of his people forever. And that's the end. What a great ending. Is this Wolverine's son? Or is this his? We might never know. So yeah, this is a fun book, fun little story. Still don't know the how do you say? This part, which is a mystery. What does it imply? I do not know. I like the art. The writing is great. It was fun. It has this, over-the-top fantasy stuff. And it's good to see Wolverine in the woods again, becoming a tribe leader, having women adore his feats and the men, praising him to the high heavens. And then we have, of course, fake Apocalypse. I wish it was the real one. This one looks cool too. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. If you can get this, online or in my comic shop, that's a website, by the way. Check it out. It's fun. Get it. See you later. Bye-bye.